other setup things here. How is everyone doing today? I hear my washing machine going off. Okay. How is everyone doing? I'm just going to pull up the stream over there, and then I'm going to walk around. Welcome back to Sorting Sunday, as I'm calling it for now. I think it's got a fun ring to it. I gotta be careful not to run into my light here. But hello. We've got a slightly different setup today. I am working on adjusting, testing out how things look. But this is what we look like for now. So yeah. Actually, give me 1 second. I gotta change one more thing on the computer, and then we'll be good to go here. New setups. Always changing softwares. And there we go. Okay. So, you will see we have 2 new bins here. Those are the ones down in this camera. We've altered where you see my face. Those are for the other pieces we have. So we're going to do 4 categories, right? We have bricks. We've got plates. Can't see as well, but they're here. Maybe I'll do this. Hold on. Gonna move my water so I don't knock it over. Maybe we'll rotate these around here. But like this one here, you can see the plates a little better. But we've got bricks, we got plates, and now we're gonna put the first pieces in them today. But we're gonna have slopes and tiles. That's gonna be the main categories of sorting. If you like this new setup better, let me know too. We're gonna try it out. So here we go. How's everyone doing this afternoon? I guess it's not morning anymore. I wake up late, so it's always early morning for me. I'm gonna post real quick that I'm live on Instagram. And then we will be all good to start sorting. Share, copy link. One thing I'm for sure planning on upgrading, that little blue box around the bottom of the camera. I just haven't gotten one really set up for there yet. That's just a PNG I got off of Google, so we're still working on that one. But live now with a link. Hope everyone's morning is going well so far. I guess, yeah, afternoon again. It really is afternoon. And center to why I wanted center. Center, please. There we go. Sweet. Okay. Here we go. I again have a bin of parts that might be useful for Adventure Dragon. We're going to be doing a lot of taking apart of the water for Scarif 2 today. So we have blue. This is my favorite piece ever. 1x2 translate blue tile. I love this thing, so we're going to be getting a bunch of those back from Scarif today. So I got some water pieces and stuff to go through. Yeah. Technically, I should have brought out my box for that, but yeah. Right. Let's see if we can find a good slope here, too. When we get to a slope in a there we go. Red slope here. First slope to go into the slope bin. Wow, that was loud. Sorry about the rattle there. We're going to do slopes front bin, tiles back bin, and see how they stack up. I realized I've got a bunch of these plant pieces too. Plants do technically have their own bin currently. It's too small though, so we got to come back to that one, but see, yeah, here, this is just a bunch of blue. This is going to be a big Scarif was lots and lots of blue pieces, so we're going to have to take all this apart. I'm actually going to put that one up there for now. Today is a nice day. I hope everyone enjoyed the Jeff video that went out on Saturday as well. That video did really well for the first little chunk there. I got a lot more views than my videos usually get. So thank you to everyone who watched it. I'm really proud of that little guy. And I kind of want to make a second one. We'll see how well that video does and if I have time. I have another project, another secret project currently in development for release in 2 weeks. I'm going to do a short about it. Maybe if we get enough people hanging out today, we will, what was I going to say? Maybe we'll do a teaser later if we get some people hanging out, because that one I'm excited for. I think it looks really good so far. I'm really proud of how that thing's turning out. These 1x2 plates, not the tile ones for the water, I'm going to put in my other water bin for now. Just because I'm trying to keep all, like, of this specific tile good. I have a couple boxes of just the Translite blue colors and light blue colors. Because I use them so often, they just get a separate bin because they're special. Because I use them literally constantly. I'm planning on trying to get these sorting streams every Sunday. We might jump back and forth on times a little bit. Depending, but I want to try and stream as much as we can on Sundays. These streams do very well for the channel, and sorry, that was a loud clap. I appreciate everyone for stopping by. Where do we go? A blue bin. See, I've got a bunch of other blue colors. This is various light blue translucent pieces, including this one. This is an old piece. This one's really cool. I found that recently looking through pieces and sorting. I don't remember when it was, but I did find it recently. Alright, more plates. Lots of plates. These plates are going to be useful for... We're going to try to do another building stream for How to Train Your Dragons Thursday, hopefully. So, these will be good for that. Trying to make sure I don't turn my chair into my light. Because we need a bunch of... Hopefully there's going to be some greens and some green plates in here. Because that's what we're kind of using for How to Train Your Dragon build right now. Green plates and gray wedges. The more wedges, the merrier, I like to say. Where did I put that water bin? There we go. Just going to leave it open over there. Here we go. Sometimes I use a brick separator and sometimes I just use my hands, and there's not really a logical way that I choose both. This one's kind of nice though. The old one has a bit more of a wide like spot, so you can rip up more tiles. It's kind of, I actually never realized that. I guess it is just wider, but I never thought to use it like that these days with all the new ones. This one really this one clears them off. That's really nice. Maybe one day we'll do like a Lego decoloration stream too, because this one is real. Like a lot of my white pieces are really, really sun bleached from like the Scarif build, the stuff under the water, like is really sun bleached, and then some of the stuff from Starkiller Base. I gotta figure out how to like. I know there's a way you can like clean it that way. Clean off the sun bleach. So, maybe we do that in a future stream as well. What's nice about these streams is I'm getting a ton of plate pieces back right now. Which is great because plates are sometimes hard to come by in the right colors. So getting a lot of these back, especially so much tan. So many tan pieces from the Scarif build that we're taking all of these from. Ooh. Now that I see this too, I'm going to be moving like these pieces, the like weird slopey ones, into the slope spin. Because they're a slope technically, so I think they're going to get tossed into there now that I'm thinking about it. But we're still going to put like modified pin bricks and stuff in here. Ooh, that's a lot of water pieces. Ooh, there's a brick on the floor. Little modified headlight brick. Those are super nice. I love those pieces. It's actually just, they let you do so many weird connections, and sometimes they like are a little annoying because you can't put them in the way you want them, but when you can like get them to work right, they're super useful. I love those things. The picker brick wall had so many like clear ones on it recently. Just a whole ton of clear headlight bricks, and they've had it like a whole bunch. And I got a ton of them because I was like, you never know when you're going to need some good clear headlight brick pieces for your mocks. Yeah, like this one's super sun bleached on the top. We'll have to find out about that. Do a stream or something, maybe a video, figure out how to clean the bricks. And if you guys have any things you want to see from me as well, I know we've gotten some comments on the shorts that have been going live for challenges. I'm working on getting a few more of those done. We've got, I think, a sports car is coming soon. That was requested. A 100-piece challenge is going to be coming in a short form soon. There's one other. I forget what it was, but I wrote it down. But a lot of those shorts are going to go live while I'm going to Star Wars Celebration. So we're going to make sure we have tons of shorts content going live. And other content so that the channel's still up and running while I'm in Japan. I'm thinking, too, we're going to do a vlog for that. So, for anyone who's interested in vlog content, Star Wars Celebration vlog coming soon. Whenever the celebration ends. I am not sure yet if I'm putting wedges with slopes or wedges with plates. For now, they're still going to go with plates. I might change my mind later. It's flatter. It feels more like they're going to go with plates. Also, they're easier to find. Like, they're easy to find in, like, a box of plates and stuff. So, for now, they're going to stay there. We might course correct that later. Oh, here we go. This was a part of Star Killer Base. If you've been around since the original live streams on the channel that are... they're not very good, because I was just using my laptop. But here we go. Tile into the tile bin. First tile... I feel like it's kind of fitting that the first tiles sorted away are tiles from Star Killer Base. My first real big mock on the channel. So if you guys haven't seen that one, check out the finale video. I don't really recommend watching all the live streams because they are old and I just filmed it with my laptop. But check out the finale because I'm really proud of that one. I never got to take that one to a convention, but I did submit it to BrickCon that year when it was online. So the year BrickCon, like I think the first year was online in 2020 or 2021. This piece has stickers on it. I think it's from Friends or Belleville or something. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of washed out. But those stickers are kind of peeling off. Still going to go into that bin, though. Whoops. Ooh. Plates. Okay, now, this, I think I'm going to put things that are at all tiled off into the tile bin. So like this minifigure plate, where it has the the studs lining in the middle chunk, it's 3 wide. This is gonna go into tiles, because it's gonna be easier to find this in a tile bin because there's studs on it, and it does have that tile smooth thing. Usually when I'm looking for tiles at all, I just want something smooth. So it's going into the tile bin. And then remember again, for now, this is all phase 1. So all of it's getting sorted out into phase 1. And then brick wedges, though, are going into the slopes bin. So plate wedges here for now. This is more brick slopes and wedges. Eventually it'll get sorted out. This is phase 1 again, but we'll bring it back down. Eventually we're going to have a whole system sorted here. A whole system of sorting. Let me look here 1 second on my strew. Make sure this is all tagged. Yes. Cool. Okay. And we're back. Well, I guess we didn't really go anywhere. I just was checking settings. It's going to be nice to have all of these tiles back, too. Because when I was building Starkiller Base, towards that finale there, I put in like so many orders of these tiles. I bought them on Lego.com, and I thought I got enough. It was not enough. That's the big spoiler alert, and we had to go on Bricklink, buy another order, because the Lego.com order, those pick-a-brick orders, sometimes can take a really long time. And for Starkiller Base, it did. I ordered them, and then like I got some other stuff done. Not Starkiller Base, sorry, Scarif. Got some other stuff done. And then, like, 3 months later, the tiles showed up, and I was like, great, we can finish. We could not finish, so we had to go to Bricklink. Because I wanted to get that finale out soon. So we went to Bricklink, got a few more. They were cheaper on Lego.com, but I didn't need that many more, so Bricklink, it ended up being pretty efficient there. These little white studs, I've been using these sorted bins actually recently for build projects because it's been way easier, and these white studs are everywhere. It's like the most common thing I find when I'm digging through, I feel like, is the white studs. They've rooted their way into like every single piece. I'm putting Technic pins and stuff in here. I'll go through and sort those out maybe at the end. I just gotta grab my pin bin, as I like to call it. Love my pin bin. Yeah, there's a ton of like plant pieces in here too, because all of the foliage of Scarif is just resting in this bin right now. So getting all those plant pieces back is going to be nice as well. Okay, what we got? Ooh, clear brick, that's nice, but this is a slope. This can go to How to Train Your Dragon. Burke is looking nice. I'm hoping to get a new episode out this next Saturday. Hopefully, my hope is to get a new episode out for Burke every other Saturday with meaningful progress. I don't want to put a video out for that mock without there being any like substantial progress on it. I feel like then it's just like a video that's not gonna. There's really nothing to do, like no reason to watch that video. So I'm trying to get substantial progress for every single video, which we're getting there. There we go. I've got some ideas for more content coming soon as well. Besides Star Celebration vlog, there's some other stuff coming. A lot of it's going to be short form content, but there's a few other like really big, more like long-term projects I want to work on. that I'm hoping we can get some content on them for the channel as well. Actually, I'm going to start putting these in YouTube. The channel's doing really well right now, and I want to try to get as much content out to you guys as I can. Lots of mock stuff on the way. Less like news and reviews probably. There's so many other LEGO content creators that do that. I might do some of it. I was really excited about Pokemon, so we did that one because I've been asking for Pokemon sets for years. Even before Nintendo and LEGO started doing stuff together, I've been wanting Pokemon sets for so long, and they're finally doing it. So we'll see how they turn out. There are a few sets I will review, though. I feel like the How to Train Your Dragon one, that's pretty relevant to my channel. So I think we're gonna review that here. Oh yeah, there we go. More slopes. We got some green. It's a 2-die. I saw another slope in here when I pulled these out. Bricks. Did I throw a plate in there? I feel like I might have thrown a plate in there. Oh well. Inverted slope. This is the first inverted slope for the bin. So that's nice. So yeah, this bin's gonna have like angled slopes, curved slopes, inverted slopes, regular slopes, wedge bricks, everything like that. This one's gonna have everything tiled, anything with a tile surface on it. Brick various and plate various. So like the rest goes into these two. And then, once we get all of this sorted through, then we can refine. This bin that I'm sorting everything out of for Scarif is going to become the miscellaneous ginormous pieces bin. Like I said in the last stream, I don't have them next to me anymore, but those like giant things like burp pieces, big ugly rock, will probably go in there. And right now, actually, these are going into Burke. I really wanted to include some of these on like the bottom layer. Because, yeah, they're not, like, super detailed, but there's something, like, really nostalgic to me about these. So, they're going to be, like, the bottom layer of the rocky shore. There's something about those bricks I really love. And then, slope. The rest is going to be, like, tiled. Or not tiled, plates of slopes. Like this. This is going to be in that next video. I'm going to try to finish this wall of it. I haven't quite decided, actually, how I don't know if I'm going to put it on like this, or like this, or like this. I haven't quite decided, which is why I haven't put it on there yet. But this, I'm really excited for. This was really fun to build. I just bought a ton of pieces from Bricks and Wheels, basically, because I could... And that video went out. I just remembered that short is live. The Bricks and Wheels short, where I used the piece-by-piece song from the Pharrell Williams movie. And if you have not seen the Pharrell Williams like Lego piece-by-piece documentary, go watch it. It's really good. I was like actually shocked. I did not expect that movie to be good. It was a blast to watch. There's something good about that one. And it really was just like a documentary. But it was good. Brackets are going to go into plates for now. I probably am going to isolate these somewhere else because I use these a lot of the time. But now that I'm thinking about it, we might want to separate the brackets as well. Just because those are really useful when you need them. And sometimes you can't find them when you need them. So those might get their own little spot. Slope. Ooh. This I almost thought was a brick, but it's just 3 stacked plates. I've come across a few of those. A lot of the time... Well, that one's gone. A lot of the time in these mocks, you'll notice, like, some of the things I build, I get either impatient or desperate for pieces, and so I make plates. Piece by piece. Yes, Sarah. It's a great movie. Great song. That song gets stuck in your head. And it really is just like a documentary. Which was so interesting. I love this like new thing that they're doing where they're making, like, Hollywood's making documentaries and biopics, but like with, like, in weird ways. Like I didn't see Better Man. I feel bad. I feel like I should have, because it really performed poorly at the box office. But I love that they like took that biopic format and did something different with it. I feel like biopics are such an oversaturated format already that having something like a little different is just really fun. I love that we're doing that. It's just a cool way to mix things up. I love creativity in Hollywood. I'm tired of remakes and sequels. And that's coming from a Star Wars franchise fanboy. I love most of the stuff that Disney's been putting out. So, I know that's controversial, but I have loved most of the stuff Disney's put out. Not everything. But a lot of that Star Wars stuff is really good. Like Mandalorian, come on. Mandalorian's great. Except some of Season 3, which was a little not great. But I'm super excited to see what they do with the movie. Ooh, a couple slopes. I use slopes a lot of the time. This is really stupid, I think. I use slopes a lot of the time as, like, structure building pieces, which makes my life harder, I feel like, because I start, like, pushing down and it, like, the brick above the slope falls and it's a whole mess, but I do it a lot. So there's a lot of slopes underneath a lot of this stuff. There we go. Once this scarif bin is done, we'll move on to the next. Wow, we're getting a lot of plant pieces over here. We'll move on to the next bin. And we're just going to go bin by bin here. Piece by piece. Haha. And really try to get the whole collection sorted out into these, like, 4 categories. Oh, there's another window. This, I think, brings it up to 4 windows we've seen in the Foundations for Scarif so far. See, I get desperate. And I start just putting random stuff in. Anyway, how's everyone's day going? I know we don't... I mean, I haven't been awake very long, but... It's a sleeping in Sunday. But I hope everyone is having a good day so far. Maybe we're building some Lego today. Maybe we're watching a movie. Maybe we're just hanging out. Reading a book. I'm currently working on finishing up Tears of the Nameless, the High Republic book. God, if you haven't read the High Republic from Star Wars, go read it. It's so good. But Tears of the Nameless, I'm finishing up now. Because the final book in that series actually comes out April 1st. So, gotta go get that. That might be a big day. Cause I think that's when the Shire comes out. I'm not 100% sure on that one, though. But that's what I believe. That's what everyone's been saying. But I could see it being like I feel like they release some of this stuff differently sometimes. Another minifig plate. There's a ton of these in here, too. Which, these I used a whole bunch on the How to Train Your Dragon build. That's not my water. They look the same. I love those minifig plates to make like a clean looking border. I think it really helps the build pop off the table, you know. Slope. But yeah, I love having that, oh geez, it's not coming off, there we go. I love having the, that's what I was saying. The minifig plates around there, it looks really clean. I'm excited for it. How early am I rolling up for? I will be there, when the mall opens. I don't play around with the Lord of the Rings sets. Star Wars sets, I'll wait. unless there's like a really good gift with purchase. I mean, I love Star Wars, but some of those sets are getting kind of ridiculously priced. The Shire, though, I really want Smeagol and Deagle, that gift with purchase. Ooh, this is a big slope wedge thing. I really, really want them. I will not sleep, probably. I'll probably get to the mall at 8 a.m. and wait with the rest of the AFOLs outside in the cold until they let us in. Unless they April Fools and they say, yeah, you can't come in. But I will be there very early for that one. Because I want that gift with purchase. I think that set is beautiful. I love the detailing on it. Hey, Alton. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. How are we doing on this fine morning, evening, afternoon? I'm grabbing pieces out of the bin without actually sorting the ones that I have already brought out for myself. So that's exciting. Here we go. But yeah, Shire, I will be there very early. When I went for Barad-dûr, they had a lot of the gift with purchase, so I was fine. I was a little late, though. I got there was like a line of... There was like 40 or so people ahead of me, I think. But not all of them were there for Barad-dûr. There's a few things coming out that day. But I want to be there early. Just hanging out. It'll be a big event. Ooh. Yep, that wasn't the right one. We're good. We're getting all kinds of slopes today, too. Not a lot of tiles. I mean, there are a lot of tiles, but they're all blue, so they're going into their special place. Their special blue place instead of the designated tile bin. They get their own cup, because I love them so much. This stuff is just staying out, though, because I, to be honest, don't love just brick separating tiles off of plates. It is more challenging than just breaking bricks apart. There we go. But hello. How is it going? Thanks for tuning in, everyone. On this, well, for me, it's a rainy Sunday, so. We're slowly getting through this bin. Once this bin is sorted, I'm really excited to be able to just dump a bunch of the, like, big rando pieces I have into it. Because they're, like, they make sorting through some of the other bins, like digging through to find pieces, a challenge. Because they're so big and clunky, they get in the way. Here we go. More of the Scarif border. Plants. Tons of plants. I'm going to have to find my plant bins here. There we go. The stack of stuff I'm not sorting is growing exponentially. Here we go. A bunch more of those white studs. These, I have to find somewhere to use them. I'm wondering if maybe there's something I could use in the How to Train Your Dragon build for him. Maybe if I turn it into like a Snoggletog build for the holidays, I'll cover it in this insane amount of white studs that I own from the purchase I made for Scarif. There were so many. That whole beach area was just like covered in white studs. Which I think for that build worked really well. So, let's do another one of these. I feel like maybe we grab a fistful and then take some tiles off of plates. And then we grab a fistful and then we take some tiles off of plates. We'll like go back and forth because there's still so many tiles in here with, or pieces of water in the bin. go. Here we go. Popping this here. Oh my gosh, that almost fell off. I saw someone on TikTok earlier talking about how if How to Train Your Dragon, the live action 1, performs really well, we're probably going to get a How to Train Your Dragon live action 2, and I'm pretty sure Dean's just going to make it shot for shot again, and how we're going to have to relive the tragedy of that movie. And I hope they do it justice, because that is one of my top 5 favorite movies ever. It's beautiful and heartbreaking, so I'm looking forward to that, to being emotionally broken again. This one is another fun slope. It's nice and long. Oh, and there's another slope. Got a whole bunch. We'll have to get, for the next stream, a plant bin out. Plant and bracket, I think, are the 2 other main things. I think snot bricks are just going into the brick bin. I can find those pretty easy, because normally the ones I'm looking for, I know what I'm looking for, and I can just dig through if I find it. And again, we'll go through and we'll sort it. We'll refine the sort eventually when we have a more, there we go. Well, more established system, I guess. Because right now, the system is not entirely established. Ooh, another slope. Oh, we've got a case of the brittle reddish brown. It's broken. The actual hole that holds the studs together on the inside is broken. Still gonna throw in the plates. It's still useful for some stuff. But it is broken. I saw Cheesy Studios did a video about those old Minecraft sets, the microscale ones. I love those sets, but I didn't realize that there was more brittle dark green, brittle dark red. I didn't realize that those were also colors that got brittle, so I'm going to have to be careful with mine. I have those old microscale sets. I guess I'm never taking them apart, though, because those pieces will just snap, it looked like, because they were new out of the bag when he built them, and they were still snapping apart. Okay, another fistful. So I'm wondering if one of the categories here for sorting should be clips, brackets, bars, that kind of stuff. Because I feel like those are ones I just if I want those, I'm going to dig through that bin. Because I think I saw a clip in here. So that might be a useful 5th category to have that I'm going through. Or maybe we just sort them into their respective areas, and then when we get to them later, we get to them. That was a plate. That goes here. This plate bin is filling up, though. I can get my whole, couple, I can get pretty deep in here. There's, a lot of plates right now, so that is very useful. Having this sorted is going to be life-changing. I've never had a fully sorted system before. I've kind of just gone with it, so it'll be nice to experience that sort of collection. That was a bad one, I apologize. We're sorting around. Oh, we got some more brackets. Those again, I'm just going to put... This pile up here is just the pile of stuff I don't know what to do with. Ooh, this is a broken foliage piece. One of the stud pieces came off, but again, we can still use those. I'm not against using broken pieces Especially if, like, sometimes you want it to be broken, like you have, like, a crashed something. It's kind of nice to have that little broken element in there. It gives it that little real element to it. Because it's really broken. More slopes. This bin we're currently sorting through is going to be a lot less of the tiles. That's why that tile bin hasn't been filled up that much. Because most of the tiles on Scarif are going into this water bin. But I've got a ton of other tiles throughout my collection that will be going in there. And I'm probably going to do some sorting not on stream as well, just to kind of speed the process up. But it's like when I'm watching TV and stuff. That will be when we get a lot more of those tiles sorted. Because especially like my little pieces bin, I just have a bin of like all the little extras and stuff. And it was so funny, I was looking at some of the old Scarif videos recently, and I saw that it's the same bin, just with way more pieces. I didn't really realize I'd been using that bin for that long, like, conceptually. And there's so many pieces in there. So just little tiny, like, most of the extra pieces you get in sets, they go in there. But honestly, like, I recommend having a bin like that, because it's proved super useful, just to be able to, like, dig through. If you don't have, like, a established sorting system, just to be able to dig through and find, like, little pieces you know that are extras that come in sets, like cheese slopes and stuff like that. It's been really helpful for building, because I'm like, I know if I go into that bin I can find some cheese slopes, or I know I can find some 1x1 tiles or studs, something. So I recommend having a permanent extra pieces bin, or if you have a pap cup, like, those work really well too. I have a couple of those over there. Ouch. There we go. I'm trying to strip a few of these water tiles down, just so we can make a little more progress on here. I keep just filling up this area with water, and I think we need to have a little more space for other pieces in there. This sorting's been going really nicely, though. I'm glad to do it on stream, because it makes it makes it feel a little less like you're just sitting there sorting Lego pieces, which I know is what I'm doing, but at least I'm talking to people, so. There we go. Just a bunch more of these white studs. And again, all these videos, too, are going to be part of this, like, grand sorting. Woo! I knew that was going to happen. We'll grab the stuff we know doesn't belong in here. I had a fear that if I left the How to Train Your Dragon thing up there, it would dump everywhere. But I was like, no, it's okay. Luckily, since this is sorted to be all bricks, I know it's not a brick and it's easy to pull it back out. Okay. Alright, oh, there we go. Okay. We'll come back if we need to, but not too much fell out of there. We still got a bunch of How to Train Your Dragon parts, so I'm putting this one over here now. Oh, I see a thing from the Brick Reporter, potentially. Ooh. Lego leaks are dropping, it would appear. Okay. Back to it. Now that I've spilled How to Train Your Dragon everywhere. Or How to Train Your Dragon parts. Useful parts. Just gonna keep shucking away. Have we been enjoying Daredevil Born Again? I know I am. We've got a few. I think next drop. I think it's dropping 2 episodes on Tuesday from what I saw, it might have been a misled post, but I think we're dropping 2. I think the series is supposed to be done in just a couple weeks here, so I think we're dropping a couple episodes soon, and then they'll go back to 1 per week. But I've been really liking it. They did a really good job of like keeping that same vibe of the original show. And I do have the Daredevil minifigure. I haven't built him. He's in the Daily Bugle set that is still in box over there, but love that figure. And it has the Punisher minifigure too, which I truthfully don't think we're ever going to get another Punisher minifigure. I think it's going to be like a Deadpool situation where they make one and then, I guess Deadpool, they made a couple other Deadpools, but realistically, no one's ever paying for those. I don't have a couple $1,000s to drop on a Cowboy Deadpool minifigure, so a little out of reach for most people, I think. There we go. More bricks. We got a tall slope this time in blue. This could be useful for like some water or something. I am not using it in anything right now, but that's why we have a collection to use for the future. A lot more plant stuff. And more minifigure plates. Ooh, a couple of them. We're going back into that tile box. Because again, those are going to be mostly used, like if I'm looking for those, I'm going to know to look through the tile bin. Brackets. Plate, brick. Oh, wake up the computer. There we go. Kind of getting into a groove. We got an inverted slope here. And a wedge. We'll clear up some more of these plaques of water. And then maybe this water stuff is going to be useful. So for How to Train Your Dragon, I think we're going to use this color of blue for some of the ice stuff during phase 2 of that project when we turn it into How to Train Your Dragon 2. So that stuff's good. Getting this back is going to be really nice to be able to make that happen again. Here we go. A few more here. We'll probably wrap this stream up in about 15 or so minutes. Give it like a good hour stream. And then we'll be back on Thursday for more Building Burke. Hopefully, for that, we're just going to be finishing up the last things I want to get done before the video drops on Saturday. So we will finish up as much as we can. And then just like make sure we get everything ready, and then I'll finish up that video to drop on Saturday. I am excited for that one. We have made a lot of progress for this build for that video on Saturday, and after that one I'm going to try to get bi-weekly episodes out. So we'll see if we can get one every other Saturday. Because we got to lock in now. It is almost time. June is just a couple months away when that live action movie's coming out. We want to have it ready for that. And then we'll start phase 2. And we have all summer to figure out what we need to get done for that. But hardest part, absolutely, is going to be the Bewilderbeast. But luckily we're getting a ton of these white tile or plates and stuff. And I think with that one we're going to want to do have some like light bluish gray mixed in. I feel like the combination of light bluish gray and white is going to really give that appearance of the Bewilderbeast off. Because I think the Bewilderbeast we're going to be making, I'm going to do kind of like a hybrid style between the two. So it could be either Bewilderbeast. We're going to throw this weird window piece into the bricks one, just because it is kind of like functioning as a brick at this point. But I do want like the one Bewilderbeast to sort of function as both Bewilderbeasts, just in case I ever want to use them, and maybe I can just swap out a couple of the parts to make it a little eviler looking for the bad one. Ooh. That was a green tile. That would have been very, or green plate. That would have been very useful on Thursday's stream. We were desperately scraping through pieces to look for them. Some more minifig plates. I feel like the tiles bin is just mostly minifig plates at this point. That will change, but for now it's just lots of minifig plates. Did somebody say evil? Why yes. Why yes, Robotic Doom. The Bewilderbeast, the mean one in How to Train Your Dragon 2. I think I'm gonna make it so I can swap out if I make it the evil or the good one. Because I realized for that build, it's really going to make more sense for it to be the evil one. So I think it's going to be a little more gray than white. My prototype I showed on the last stream was very much like a white prototype. I just used white pieces. But I think we're definitely going to want it to be more gray for the build, because that's the color that mean one was. Drago's Bewilderbeast. Also, though, I'm realizing I'm going to need to make a custom Drago minifigure. I haven't figured out how I want to do that yet. I might brick build something, because that dude is wide. A wide dude. But that could be kind of a fun challenge on top of all the brick-built dragons, to also have a brick-built character in there. Whoops. You really just, like, summoned yourself right when I said evil. That was hilarious. Here we go. These can all go over here. Hey, we're making really good progress on this bin, though, so far. We are, getting close. Getting very, very close to being able to just dump all of these big, weird pieces in here. And then if I ever need a big, weird piece, I will know exactly where to go. I will go to the big, weird pieces bin. This stuff, too, is like stuff I'm never going to have, like, a designated spot for most of the things going into this bin. So, might as well just give them their own. Oh, wow. Saw some Order 66 stuff in here. That mock has been... Yeah, of course. Of course you spawned in when we were talking about the evil things. The universe summoned you here. I just saw some Order 66 stuff here from that mock. I should not say that mock. That mock that never actually happened. I really do want to do that again one day. It was too ambitious. There was way too much I wanted to do with that thing. But I really do want to return to building Order 66. Ooh, wow. Okay, this one is crazy. This one's got super, super sun bleach. It's almost like 2 different colors. That's crazy. But yeah, Order 66 we will return to one day. Because that's a build I still really want to do. I'm really passionate about that. But in order to do that, I need to scale up the process. I'm not at a point in my LEGO AFOL journey where that is a reasonable thing to build. But maybe, if Burke goes well, we'll see. I do also really want to do a build for the Mandalorian. I think if Burke does well, the next thing will be something for the Mando and Grogu movie. I'm hoping we'll see some set piece stuff at Star Wars Celebration, and we'll be able to base it off of that. I think that movie, there's another bracket. I think that movie's going to be a hoot. I saw it has like a low budget too, which I think is good. I think it's good to give that movie, like, that movie's budget is probably the same budget they have for the show, so really we're just looking at them making a really long episode with a higher budget than they usually had. Here's our first cheese slopes going into the slope spin. I saw Star Wars Explained talking. They think they're just going to use that budget to upgrade the puppet for Grogu. 100% agree. Are we getting Sorting Sundays every Sunday? Yes, I think at least the plan right now is to do Sorting Sundays every Sunday, except for the 2 Sundays I'm gone. Maybe 3 Sundays I'm gone when I go to Star Wars Celebration. But I think we're going to do Sorting Sundays for an hour or so every week. At least when able. And then building on Thursdays. Build streams on Thursdays are going to be possibly less regular, maybe every other week, but we're still going to do a good amount of those ones. But I've been enjoying the streaming. I think it's fun. I think it's really good for the channel and like the progress for the channel as well, where we're going there. So we're going to be trying to do sorting streams every Sunday, building streams on Thursdays. And if it's going really well, we might add on a few more. But these are really good for the health of the channel. And it actually gets me to sort my freaking Lego collection, which is super helpful to me. Because then I'll be able to build like Burke faster. Burke is right here, by the way. It's like right next to me. Just out of view. Can't spoil too much for the video on Saturday in a wedge. Which is approximately, wow, that's like 6 days away. I should probably work on that a little more. Luckily, everything else for this week is set, except there's one more short coming out that I haven't finished on Tuesday. But everything else for the next 2 weeks or so is planned out, so, and scheduled. Got a short about Jeff coming out on Tuesday to kind of promote that video a little more. That video actually did really well, though. Thank you to everyone who watched. We got like, I think we got 300 views in like the first day on that one, which for me is really big on this channel. That usually takes a while to get to, so thank you, everybody. Ooh. Some weird stuff in this one. Little lighthouse beacon, basically. And a bunch more bricks here. There's a short I'm working on right now, coming out April 4th, is the plan. Really, really excited about that one. Make sure you tune into that. It'll probably just pop up on the shorts feed, because that's how social media works these days, but that one I'm excited for. Thank you, Robotic Doom. It is a really fun video. I had a great time with that one. I play Rivals with Robotic Doom here, so he knows how much I love Jeff. I love Jeff a lot, so it was really fun to make that video. We did a lot of editing on that one too. Which, you know, my degree is in film studies, so hopefully doing this channel has actually let me use that degree a little more than I have in the job market so far. Inverted slope. Ooh, a few more here. Film is a crazy world these days, but luckily things like YouTube exist. So we can still post the things we like to do. That is not blue. That does not belong in there. But yeah, Jeff was really fun to edit. I felt like I really embraced the meme side of Marvel Rivals on that one. I did everything I could to make it as memey as possible, especially in the beginning. more in there. This water cup over here is filling up too. Got a lot of these tiles back, which is going to be really nice. I honestly don't know what the next project, besides like How to Train a Dragon, is. Burke's not going to use a lot of these. It is going to use a decent amount, I think. But I got to figure out where I want to... what next watery project I want to use these on. Because water formations are kind of like one of my favorite things to build in Lego. I love doing water structures. I'm excited to add maybe some like more to the Burke one. The Burke is pretty stagnant water right now, but I wanted to see if we can add some waves and stuff. Especially splashing around like the Bewilder Beast. I think it'd look really cool. Oh, lost some. Oh well. I'm sure the pieces will turn up again and they will go into the bin at some point. Here we go. Okay. What time is it? We're at about an hour now, so I think we're gonna try to power through these plaques of... oh, that was wrong. That's okay. They can go there. These plaques of water pieces. We're gonna try to power through the rest of these. Maybe do a couple more handfuls of stuff, and then we'll wrap up for today. And then we'll be back sorting next week on Sunday, I believe. I have to double check that, but I'll post about it on YouTube and Instagram, and then we'll I believe on Thursday I'll be back as well. We're gonna be doing some more building, wrapping up for that video on Saturday. And then again, like I said, I'm really gonna try to get those Burke videos out bi-weekly, starting on Saturday. So we'll get one every other Saturday for a while here, at least until the movie comes out. Then we might take a quick pause, really gather ourselves with that finale, and then fully lock back in for BrickCon to get that build finished. Taking it, I'm really trying to make it modular though, so that it's easier to carry into the convention, because that's like the crazy part. One of the hardest parts about taking your mocks there is carrying that stuff. I saw Solid Brick Studios just bought a whole like trailer to carry some of his stuff, like the Jedi Order build. Like, that's really cool. I'm obviously not there yet, but maybe one day the channel will be doing well enough where we can get a whole trailer to drag ginormous mocks to conventions. For now, though, we're taking my little Subaru Outback. I love that thing. It's a great car. Woo! Let's start talking like this is a car channel now. I know like nothing about cars, so... in fact, I have like one Speed Champion set. It's back there. I like that one a lot, but not a big car person. I do think they look cool, but some of them, I'm just not smart enough for that, I think. Gotta have a very engineering-oriented brain for like that specific niche of engineering. Here we go. Alright. Ooh, that one just like the whole plate came off. That was nice. Whoops. I'm dropping a lot of pieces here, but that's okay. We'll clean them on the back end after the stream is over. Cleaning pieces off of the floor is not the most fun live streaming content, so here we go, a few more. We're getting there. Oh, this one doesn't want to come off. There we go. Sometimes these plates just don't want to come off. I feel like also my brick separator is really, it's dull. probably need to switch this one out for another one, but sometimes if you get a good enough pressure on there, you can pop beneath it. Okay, we're going to do another handful here before we finish off these tiles and hope we don't grab in too much more of the water. Oh, here we go. We did grab a little water, but it's not too bad. Oh, my dog's coming to visit. She might knock some stuff over here. Oh, she's really trying. Hi. Hi, Pixel. You got her? Don't know if you can see her. There we go. There's her head. Hi. Yeah, you can't go any farther, though. You're stuck. You can sit, though. You want to sit? Good girl. This is Pixel, my Dalmatian. She's very cute. She's very devious. That is a brick, yeah. She loves to get into trouble. Always up to no good, this one is. Good dog. There you go. I don't know if you can see her very well anymore. You can kind of see her feet and her head occasionally. Here, let me pull this up a little bit. There we go. There's a dog. She's joining. She'll help sort at the end of the stream here. Using my dog for views. This stuff, I haven't decided where this is going to go yet. This is like one of those underside pieces. I haven't figured out what I'm going to like rough sort those into originally. Oh, she's walking around now. She keeps thinking I have like food or something in here. I don't. But she keeps seeing like bags of like Lego pieces and she thinks it's a whole meal. And she's trying to eat it. I don't know why. Oh, she's going around. Oh. Hopefully she's not going to knock any of the camera stuff over. But she's behind the camera now. She's saying hello. Hi, good dog. Come here. She's just looking at me. Oh, she's swishing her tail back and forth. And now she's lying down under there. She's taking a nap. Which might be my next course of action. We'll see. But yeah, here, okay. We're wrapping down, winding down. I guess wrapping down is not the same thing. Gonna detile a few more of these things. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in, though. It's been a good stream so far. Have a few more minutes left. But I've had a very good time. Thanks everyone for stopping by. And we'll definitely be back again later this week. I'll post more about what specific day I'm planning to be live. Haven't figured it out quite yet. We got a few more things to work on, but we'll get that live. We'll get live again soon here, and we'll work more on Burke. Because again, we really want to get that thing done before not Star Wars Celebration. That would be way too soon because that's in like 3 weeks. For BrickCon, a different convention. But we'll get a Star Wars Celebration vlog. I'm probably gonna be full of ideas and stuff after Star Wars Celebration. I don't know how much of it'll come to fruition, but I'm gonna be really excited. They're talking about a lot of cool stuff. I'm gonna try to reserve some panels on Tuesday. Trying to go to that Andor panel because I have a feeling that they're going to show an episode early is kind of my thought. I don't know if they will, but they've kind of tended to do that at recent events and panels. They love to show stuff a little early, so hoping we get something a little early, but we'll see. We'll probably have a different camera setup next time as well. we'll figure out. I'm still figuring out how I want the cameras to go and stuff. Super excited. Yes, I am also so excited for that show. I absolutely will. I think the Andor panel is going to be really fun because it's coming out so soon. I think they're probably just going to like talk about the new season, behind the scenes. It's going to be a really big event, I think. So we'll see. We'll see if I get a reservation at all, actually. I think it's going to be it's going to be tough to lottery into all that stuff, but I'm very excited for that show to come back, and I am hoping they show it early. Who knows, though? But they did show Kenobi early. They showed Mando Season 3 early. I think at Visions they're going to show an episode of the new season early. My dog is moving around. Oh, she just bumped the camera. Everyone felt a little bit of an earthquake there. Oh. That is my dog digging on the floor, trying to make a little bed for herself. I'm hoping she just doesn't knock the camera over, so I'm watching it like a hawk. Pixel, you're good. Lie down. Lie down. Good girl. Well done. She decided to stop, but she's not happy with me about it. She's giving me a look. Yes, it's very classic Pixel. Pixel is not an Ninjago reference in this instance. It is purely because she's a Dalmatian and looks pixelated. But there is the Ninjago character Pixel. I thought about it. I thought about that when we named her that. I was like, this is a Ninjago reference. No one else thought that was funny except me. So she stays just Pixel the Dalmatian instead of Pixel the Dalmatian, whose name is a reference to the beautiful TV show Ninjago. Okay, let's see if we can just crank through this. Ooh. Some of these panels are a lot easier than others because some of them are like tiles and some are just like littered with tiles and bricks and all kinds of other stuff like studs. And they're like covered on the other underside. They're all over the place. This one was pretty easy though. Ooh. There we go. More tiles. Okay. One more plate of tiles here. And then we'll wind down the stream for today. This one's also just like this was just a big white plate and I covered it with stuff. It was easier to build on when it was not like 10 different 2x6 white plates that I had to tile off. Some of those were really difficult to like actually get them to stay together, but the final effect of that mock turned out really well, so I really liked that one. Alright, let's see. Here we go. A few more. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. I'm excited to see you again on probably Thursday when we'll do a little more building for Burke. And then we'll try to be back on Sunday again as well to sort more. We'll see if I can get a little sorting done between episodes. It depends on how much I get done on Burke and some of the videos that need to come out this week. But we got it. These plants I'm going to put in a different bin in just a little bit here. But that's going to be all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everyone in chat. Sarah, Nadat, Alton, and Robotic Doom. Thank you everyone for stopping by and hanging out. And I will see you next week. There's a video on Tuesday, so look out for that one. Okay. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, all the cool stuff, and bye.